Mad about this. Next up is Portender, close doors, please. Next up is High Street Center, close door, please.
and eating, all free fresh sandwiches. They're not only free, but they're good because they you don't have to be home to be home. Take something happy. Oh, realize government support us, give us money so that we can continue to help those ones that are in need. Not have to be home.
It's right. It's like, oh, how dare you? It's like,
What? Oh wait, there's a lot of places. A lot of places over there. You put it now? Uh, 11:42.
Huh?
11:42. Yeah, we're not in a rush. Dry clean suit. Clean suit. That's what I'm saying. Oh no.
If somebody else might cancel, they might give us their spot.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Just midday. Midday. Down the street. Alright, that's it.
So,
What's that?
trust. Yeah. Oh, you got that.
Yeah.
Sorry. 11,
11:51.
55.
Yeah.
Let me see the housekeeper there. Yeah. Oh, you know what? The guy,
In the United States is generally safe, but among high-income nations, the U.S. continues the highest rates of mothers dying or nearly dying as a result of pregnancy. Your state has introduced some programs aimed at bringing those numbers down. Health reporter Erin Bellis takes the place.
Diana Trinidad was driving around Queens 32 weeks pregnant when her head started to hurt. Then everything went black. She immediately called her friend.
Me out where you are, and I told her, and she called 911 for me.
Trinidad doesn't remember the ambulance ride. She just remembers waking up in the ICU at Amherst Hospital, knowing her pregnant.
So I'm scared what happened to my baby. I'm scared.
She was having seizures, the result of unchecked preeclampsia, high blood pressure during pregnancy. By the time she arrived in the ER, her heart was failing, another rare side effect.
One of my attendings and chief residents delivered the baby. We handed it off to the pediatricians that were available, and we were able to actually feel the aorta at that time, and we noticed that there was a pulse.
The hospital staff had received stimulation training to better respond to emergencies like this. Dr. Andrew Dijic says that practice helped in saving Trinidad's life. Beginning in December, 23 public and private hospitals will begin a new round of simulation training like this one at Harlem Hospital, led by the city-run hospital system. The new simulations will involve the entire emergency response team, not just the physicians, and give them more specific scenarios like a pregnant woman hemorrhaging or suffering severe hypertension that can quickly lead to death.
It's been shown that with the proper preparation and with the proper training, which also goes into how is the floor staffed, where is the equipment located, we can make a major impact on saving these mothers with these rare extremely dangerous conditions.
About 30 women die and another 3,000 experience life-threatening pregnancy complications each year in the city. The majority are women of color. So the expanded will also focus on identifying and eliminating cultural bias.
It's not an equal opportunity killer, and we need targeted solutions to shrink that disparity and eliminate it.
Trinidad's daughter, Dialine, is a preemie but completely healthy. So happy. Soon, though, she'll be released from intensive care to join her family at home. Erin Bills, New York 1.
A park in the Bronx reopens with a brand new look, neglected for 10 years. New York One's Angie Gonzalez explains how restoring Longfellow Park is part of a larger city initiative to bring parks back to areas of the city that need them the most.
Longfellow Park, located on a bad reputation in recent years.
There was a gang activity that was happening in the area, no proper lighting, individuals were just dumping garbage.
The problems began when the Parks Department closed the park a decade ago because of sinkholes. City Councilman Rafael Salamanca knew things could be different. He used to play here in the park's heyday.
This is where I would spend my summers at, My parents really didn't have the means to take me to a pool far away.
Parks Initiative, a program launched by Mayor de Blasio to renovate parks that had long been neglected while green spaces in wealthier neighborhoods were spruced up.
3, 2, 1.
The program seeks to spend more than $300 million improving parks in areas with higher than average concentrations of poverty. $3.2 million was spent improving Longfellow Park, formerly Longfellow Garden.
There was never enough funding to be able to provide it, to be able to develop the parks. The Community Park Initiative allowed us to be able to look at parks that had not been vested in for over 20 years.
The improvements include new play equipment, seating, and greenery. All got the stamp of approval from students at nearby PS 75.
What do you like about the park? There are slides. It's beautiful.
Another one of the improvements, a new sprinkler shower that kids can't use quite yet, but they're still excited about.
I like how they got water stuff, and that when it's hot, that we get to wet ourselves.
Planners incorporated suggestions by the community, adding features like Braille for the visually impaired.
We try to make the playgrounds all-inclusive, so we want to make sure that it's available for all abilities.
The Community Parks Initiative is holding meetings to obtain suggestions for additional park upgrades planned around the city. All upcoming dates are listed at nycgovparks.org. In the Foxhurst section of the Bronx, Angie Gonzalez, New York 1.
That'll do it for this half of New York One News. Up next, your news live at noon with Roma Torrey. I'll be back at 1 o'clock with more of today's top stories. Stay with us.
A new client just said, until I signed, I was scared to secure the security case.
We'll deal with the government. You have enough to worry about.
Call 800-4BER.
Hi, I'm Sanford Rubenstein.
I'm Scott Reinecke.
You may have seen us on the news representing victims in some high-profile cases.
We have helped thousands of people receive financial compensation.
Have you been injured in an accident of any type, suffered from medical malpractice, or been a victim of police brutality? You may have a legal right to receive money damages.
To find out, call us at 1-800-447-HURT.
That's 1-800-447-HURT.
Attention New Yorkers on Medicare. Your time to switch to a more affordable Medicare plan runs out December 7th. If you miss that date, you could be left behind until 2020. So call Emblem Health today to see if there's a better plan for you. Emblem Health offers Medicare Advantage plans with a premium as low as $0 and preferred generic drugs for $0 and primary care doctor visits for $0. Plus, we offer comprehensive dental and a new plan with out-of-network coverage. The deadline to enroll is December 7th, so don't miss out. Call toll-free 800-447-9735 and see how much you could save with an Emblem Health Medicare Advantage plan. We'll send you a free, no obligation Emblem Health, health care for all of us. Call 800 1-800-447-9735.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, then you owe it to yourself to call this number. Let our experts help guide you through the process.
A lot of the big issues have to come through Albany. A lot of people don't even realize that, just how much power Albany has over people's everyday lives. So the great thing about it is that we talk to everybody. Realizing how it actually affects people. It's been really exciting. I'm Zach Fink, New York.
Today's community calendar is sponsored by 1-800-GOT-JUNK. We make junk easy for homes and businesses. Just point and junk disappears. Goodbye junk, hello relief. This is the Spectrum News New York Point Community Calendar. It's 12 p.m. Sleep better tonight on a top-rated Charles P. Rogers mattress.
It's 12.
Mr. Cuomo goes to Washington. The governor's on a mission to persuade his foe in the White House to help fund the under the Hudson River. We'll have a live report from this very hour. Electronic bikes and scooters are on a path to legalization. The city council takes up the controversial issue today. Will it speed through or be stopped in its tracks? We'll break down both sides of the debate. And
hey, do you like this frog? Isn't he terrific, Doc?
From Muppet movies to murderous monarchs, Austin Pendleton is just about the busiest man in show business, spanning a 60-year career. And wait till you hear what he's doing next. He's doing next.
Hello, I'm Roma Torrey, and this is your news live at noon. We are following a number of big stories on this busy Wednesday, including Governor Cuomo's visit with the president in Washington. But first, it is another chilly afternoon in the city, and it feels close to freezing with those strong winds. Meteorologist John Davitt is joining us now with a look at the forecast. And John, the operative word yesterday was uneventful, right? It's just kind of status quo in the weather department.
Well, you know, I think the negative word is don't be fooled. When you look at that temperature and it says 41, 42, it feels more like 30. So you need an extra layer today. We've got strong winds going on, and that's going to be the case for tomorrow, too. We are stuck with a pretty big storm system that's really influencing all of the weather for the Northeast. We've got this area of low pressure parked off the coast of Maine, and we've got this flow around it that's generating these strong winds. Now, for upstate, those strong winds are generating snow showers. For us, no snow showers, but we've got
Cuomo and Trump are both political adversaries, but the government that their shared sense of New York and its red project back on track.
Talking about, if you're talking about transportation money, this is a critical